At the moment, for Dave and his kids, this sport is just a hobby. But for others, it's a way of life. Aaron is 12 and he's one of the most promising up-and-coming riders in the UK, with many championship titles already to his name. Aaron now aims to defy all odds by competing ahead of his class against much older opposition.
I suppose the thing that set it off was the kids having a go on a quad bike on holiday. Aaron was only 2 at the time when he first rode a quad. I've always had a motorbike myself, and my brother-in-laws have always had bikes. The father-in-law used to have a motorbike shop, so it was like in the family really, biking.
I hope to finish in the top 3 today. It is tough because I'm racing against all the lads, but I've got to step up a gear and get a bit faster to just try and keep up with him. So.
Also racing today is Aaron's good friend, 16-year-old Mikey. Aaron's main rival is Matthew Waterworth. Matthew landed a lucrative sponsorship deal due to his proven outstanding talent on the motorcycle.
They picked him out of 350 qualifying riders last year. Dave Thorpe, ex-world champion, 3 times world champion, selected Matthew for his ability and his dedication really. And obviously from his previous background and his track record, collecting wins. This bike is one of 2 bikes that he has. This is his sponsor bike, provided to him by Albion Motorcycles in Exeter. Matthew wants to make a career of it if he can. Hopefully continue his sponsorship with Albion next year and then take it from there really.
Sean Lawless is the editor of UK's leading dirt bike magazine.
DBR. Rob, it is a family thing very much. They rely a lot on mum and dad to pay the way. Right away through the schoolboy ranks, and certainly up into adults as well. To a certain extent, you can gauge how healthy it is by how much advertising sold into Dirt Bike Rider, how many copies we sell, because it reflects the interest in the sport, and we sell more copies than we have done for a long time, and we have no trouble attracting advertising. At grassroots level, I would say almost entirely it relies on family. A lot of these lads who are riding a ride because their dads used to ride. The schoolboy scene is very strong in the UK. And it's a family thing. Pure and simple, I got into the sport because my dad was interested in it, and more or less everyone involved in the sport is there because there's some sort of family history.
Motorcycling's been in my family since I met my dad, so that was quite 42 years ago to be precise. Through the years, Dad's always had a bike, and like I say, out here now you can see Grandad's down there watching his grandchildren. They'll be buzzing tonight. They'll be talking about it all the way home, and for me that's a buzz as well because I'm seeing it through their eyes now. I don't aim to give up just yet. In fact, I'm going to get out there and do it myself if I get a chance. But for the time being, I'm enjoying it for them, and that's what it's all about to me.
Some of the children that participate are very young, and it's inevitable that accidents will happen. However, there are always paramedics and first aid volunteers on site for when things go wrong.
The aim of Peakdale Motorcycle Club is actually to promote safe riding amongst youngsters and get them used to motorbikes, used to riding them in a safe manner, so that they don't go out on the roads causing injury to themselves or doing things that they shouldn't do, joyriding. It's to give them a place just to have a ride about safely. The most common injuries we get, really, it's usually legs and arms. We have a couple of breaks, but usually it's just bruises. The thing with young children is they're quite flexible and they do tend to bounce when they hit the floor, so quite a lot of it is just muscle injuries to arms and legs.
Squeeze. Both hands. Just both hands. Squeeze both hands now.
The accident that happened before, from what I can gather, was two bikes were going side by side. One bike clipped the other. The lad that injured himself went over his handlebars.
Still very painful to touch like that?
No.
No.
He's actually injured his arm top part of his arm down there. It's not broken at all, I don't think. However, it is difficult to tell. I think it's more of a tendon or soft tissue injury. So hopefully he should be okay.
He's had a couple of tumbles, Aaron, yeah. But he's never hurt himself badly as yet. We're very concerned about Aaron's safety. Obviously, we try and minimise the danger as best we can by having all the safety equipment that's available to them. And we always like to encourage him to ride within his ability, not to outstretch himself too much.
The safety issue's never really been a problem to me because you've got paramedics on site, first aid available, the airlift people if there's a serious accident. We've never had an issue with it. Matthew's had accidents before. He broke his leg last season. Paramedics on hand within 15 seconds, and he was in the hospital within 5 minutes. So no worries. Safety's not a problem.